the PKA Patreon questions. This guy, we have a gentleman here in need of your help, Kyle.
Doubt it.
This is mostly for Kyle. I pulled a Kyle and suggested trying anal with my girl. She said it was gross and that poo-poo came from there. I told her, not right now it isn't, which I think is my line.
It's actually from a porno, and I've quoted it for years.
Okay. And she just frowned and went back to watching TV. She likes when I play with her asshole, but's hesitant about anal. What do I do next?
Are you stronger than her?
Well, some people just don't like it, and it's just never going to happen.
I'm torn. I hear you. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
He says that she already likes some level of butt play.
Yeah,
it seems like she just needs to be made to feel comfortable with the idea.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. She's probably embarrassed. She's probably afraid she's gonna shit on your dick. So maybe explain to her like how to clean out and everything. Maybe get an enema system over there installed. Just go ahead and install it, like into the shower without telling her, and just be like, "You want the
Honey,
shower
why is
head?"
there a power washer in the bathroom?
Yeah. But if that's the hurdle, then you've got it solved right there. But it might also be that like I don't know.
I would think open communication is a good place to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Leave the door open when you shit so that she starts to feel like it's more of a natural part of life, like it's not something to be ashamed of. And then over time,
terrible advice.
I disagree.
This is genius.
Yeah.
You just make it. There's poop everywhere.
Next time she's gonna give you head, wipe badly. And then when she's down there like gross, you're like, oh, I didn't even realize I had shit all over my ass. I'm not embarrassed though, because it's a normal part of the life. and then she'll be cool with it.
All right, and maybe like have you eaten her ass? Maybe that would be a good gateway.
That's what I assumed was the inner like the.
Well, he said she likes playing with it. I figured it was digital, but
yeah,
Taylor's assumption's not crazy.
Yeah, you got to be more specific. I need to know exactly what you're doing in that butthole.
It could be she's good with anything on the outside, but she's no to any interior involvement.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, because he didn't tell us. He left us starving for details of what level of ass play his girlfriend is okay with.
I feel like we've answered him thoroughly. So good luck with your girlfriend's asshole.
I hope she let you put it in.
Truck. Where was it?
It's going in one way or another.
Yeah, she better get cool with it. Let her peg you.
Begin the conversation with, there's two ways this can go.
The easy way or the fun way.
that would be a good prompt on Impractical Jokers. They go up and they have to start a conversation with, there's two ways this can go, and then you feed them what they have to say next. That's such a great prompt.
It'd be a great way to get your ass handed to you. Just get beat up.
Kyle, I've got a question for you. Another Patreon question. I've been dating a girl for 8 months now. She's 19 and the fan is 21. She's my dream girl since I was 18, 3 years, and everything is great in our relationship except we haven't had sex. She's a virgin and she's scared. I've been being as supportive as possible, but it's starting to get to me. 8 months relationship, by the way. I don't think an ultimatum is a viable option given the circumstances. I want to be with her. I just don't know what to do. Thanks, boys. She's 19. So
you should ask her if she plans on waiting to marriage to have sex. You should ask her that question and see what she says. And then you should have a conversation from there. That's what you should do, because it seems like you haven't asked her that question. Maybe if the issue is she's just always like, no, I'm afraid, like maybe what the real issue is that she's afraid to have sex before marriage. Like I don't know what she's afraid of. So maybe find that out, because if that's the case, if she literally just doesn't want to, then you need to deal with that. Either marry her or move along, I suppose.
I think you're right. I really like the way you did it too. Like, afraid to have sex, that might be true, but I suspect it kind of vibes like she doesn't want to have sex with him.
Also, if she's afraid of like losing her virginity, like literally like the hymen thing, like it's time to go to horse camp.
Get that solved right away.
That's
You're
solved
interested
right
in
away.
Put her on
motocross.
an old Bronco.
Or maybe
Get
martial
that
arts.
ruptured. No, you're 100% right. Like
she doesn't want to have
the
sex with
advice.
him for some reason. You need to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, and
Because if
like
she was
have you seen her
enthusiastic about
vagina?
it-
Like I don't know where your relationship. Have you ever seen her vagina? Like, have you done other things? Have you like? I don't know.
I bet he's
touched her?
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I bet if he's done like everything but.
Send Woody
it's
a
a
picture
marriage
of your
thing.
girlfriend's vagina,
Jesus Christ.
and
Send us all a picture of.
Oh, yeah.
well, Woody's the filter. You know,
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
a
And
good-
then I tweet it.
Yeah.
yeah, tweet that at me, and then I don't know my password, so Taylor, you go to my Twitter and like screenshot that and send me a text.
Then I'll do that, and then I'll print it out, fax it to you.
Oh, don't fax it to me. Mine's down.
You know what I'll do? I'll print it out, fold it up, mail it to you.
No, I need a telex. If
Kyle,
you get me a telex,
this is a service I offer. Right? He'll send it to me. I'll print it out, and then I'll burn that
And then he'll burn
piece of paper.
perfect. And then describe it to an artist, and he'll render out a vagina that I can then judge for you. Maybe she's got an ugly. Like I'm saying, like if you've never seen her vagina, like maybe she's got like a weird vagina. Maybe she's got a dick. Are you?
That would be.
What if that's the answer?
That'd be a real surprise.
No. Womp womp.
And Night Shyamalan.
Where are these
Little
questions? I want to take a gander. at
Well,
these.
Okay.
I got them. I already got them.
That's good advice, Kyle.
Yeah,
I bet it's the marriage thing. That makes the most sense.
Yeah, it's probably the marriage thing, or you've got a big
And-
old dong. Maybe for all I know, dude's like got like a baby arm hanging off, and she's seen it. No
Dude.
part of that.
So I'm in Mexico and I'm flying with a person, and that's as far as I'll take it so I don't dox him. And his son is of an age where you would first start to have sex. And dad talks to him and he's like, hey, do you need condoms or something? Like, I'm trying to be responsible about this, set you up for success. And he's like, Dad, we haven't had sex yet. And he's like, be honest with me. Like, how can I, trying to be a good guy here, but don't lie. And he's like, Dad, you don't understand. My dick is huge. She can't have sex. We've tried. I have an enormous dong. And he's like, really? Like, okay. Anyway, Dad's girlfriend gets a glimpse of this thing. Yeah, like at the house or something. Maybe she said whatever happened.
Weird.
She caught him in a nude moment, and she tells my friend, "You have no idea. It's like a baby's arm. It's huge. He was telling you the truth. I don't know that he'll ever find someone he can have sex with." Apparently, his son is hanging such dong that his consenting girlfriend cannot have sex with him, and he's still a virgin.
Damn.
Just
Yeah.
chatting about that on the plane. Yeah, I'll have the peanuts.
It was over lunch.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The guy's really cool and tells a good story.
Well, that's like a monkey's paw wish.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so funny.
There's no paragraphs, but it should be 4. Here it is, paraphrased. He and his girlfriend have been dating 4.5 years. He just graduated. He's earning $60K. Girlfriend's in law school on a fat scholarship. He's paying the rent, $1,100. She pays utilities and groceries. He doesn't estimate, but let's just say a lot less than $1,100. She doesn't want to get married until they're out of school and in kind of a better financial position. His family says, don't do this. You shouldn't be paying more than half while she's still in school, because there's a real chance you could get robbed in this thing, right? You buy her room and board.
Yep.
Well, I guess just her room. And you end up not being married. You've invested in her for nothing. What's your take on this?
No. If you can afford that room, you keep paying for that fucking room, bitch boy. You do not want to live in the world where you don't need to pay for that room. No one does. Don't pay for that fucking room. Pay for that fucking room and pay for that.
What do you mean?
We want to split things right down the middle, honey. Let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna be. She's gonna fucking leave you right away.
I'm with you, actually. I'm with, like, dude. You've got a job. She doesn't. She's still in school. This is the situation you're in. You've been dating for 4.5 years. She says she wants to get married after school. I actually kind of like that too.
Me too.
I didn't do that until Jackie was out of school. I felt like when I started working full time, I changed a little bit, and I was like, I would like to see the non-student version of you before I lock this in. And that's what she wants to do. I don't think it's dumb. Also, how much more is your rent without her? It doesn't go from 1,100.
Are you leave? No. Is he gonna move out of this fucking apartment when she leaves him and find a cheaper place? And now you've done it. You've saved $400 a month, and you're jerking off.
If rent's $1,100, if rent's $1,100 for the two of them to live there, it's probably $900 for a place that's appropriate for one person. Like, you're not doubling the cost of rent.
Definitely
let her stay with you.
Tell her she needs to see how it feels like to tell her you need to switch places for a few months and see what that feels like. And then after she leaves, you send me her phone number because I'd love to know this wonderful law student.
You're like you switch places. You're failing all of her law courses.
Yeah. Right. What are you doing?
She's a law student on a full scholarship, so she's probably pretty smart. Like, she's cool in that regard.
Yeah, and a brilliant future in front of her because it doesn't matter what she does.
She has a brilliant future in front of her, and she just wants to like live with you while she goes to law school, dude. Yes, that's okay. Tell
you
your
might want to be there with her, and maybe be there for her now, and maybe she'll buy you a Porsche when she's a partner at a law firm or something in 15 years. Like I can't imagine how this guy's. Your parents are leading you astray, my friend. You should take all their advice with a grain of salt from now on, because I can't imagine someone thinking that you love this girl. Then what is the fucking thought process of worrying about $400 a month anywhere?
I totally agree with you. But like if it was a 1-year relationship, that's a very, very different story. Like, but 4.5, almost half a decade they've been together. Like, they're clearly just pre-married, basically. Like, they're already living together. Like, they are all legally married.
The fact that she's not the one, the fact that she's the one like being this responsible to and not wanting to like get married right away is such a great sign. Like just the 3 or 4 things we know about like girl. It's like
yeah, right.
What's she doing with someone who's dumb enough to ask us this question?
Really, she shouldn't be with any PKA viewers.
I can't believe that she's with someone who's dumb enough to ask us that question.
Dude, when people ask us advice, I'm like, damn, like they already asked their mailman. Like, we're so low on the bottom of the barrel.
They opened their contacts up and there was 911 and mom.
Well, the lady at the bank couldn't help, so I'm gonna ask those retards on that show I like.
There was more stuff in here I skipped, like that has some you can place your own value on it, but he's the only dude she's ever been sexual with. She did her glow up when they first started dating, so it seems like he locked in somebody above his station, and he's not sure if he should pay rent. You should.
Yeah, you're already pre-married. You're planning to get married. There's no reason to
fair share, and then send us her phone number when she breaks up.
There's no reason to turn this. Don't turn this into a thing. Don't screw yourself over by turning this non-issue into an issue.
Yeah, and
seems like a good gal you got.
I'll cover the utilities.
I will not.
Kyle's offering a competitive deal. You can stay at my place and I'll cover the utilities.
Kyle's gonna like try and pretty woman this situation.
Where's he living for $1,100 a month anyway?
I didn't gather that from here.
I mean,
I don't think he doxes himself in that regard.
Okay, I mean,
he did say in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's he's not in New York City for $1,100 a month.
No, of course
he's not.
No, he could be in a really awesome place in like Omaha.
He's in some sort of college town or something. Like that's so cheap. If it's enough room to, I don't know.
College town's cheap with rent. I don't even know.
There's a lot of like $450 and $550 a month shitholes.
I lived in for the last 3 years of college. Yeah, I went from the dorm just directly into my sophomore year. I lived in the shittiest shithole. I wish I could find a picture of it, but they literally condemned it like shortly after I moved out because like you could drop a marble in one corner of that apartment and it would roll all the way to the other corner because it was on such a slant. Like literally, like sitting on my couch, I could see into the kitchen.
And he had carpets.
And it's 4 inches lower over there. Like you walk and I'm like people would come over and like I remember like they would be like, and I'm only at this time, like what, like 19, 20. It's my first like apartment. I was at a dorm the previous year. And so I don't have high expectations, but like if family would come in town, like my dad, my grandparents be like, oh, this is terrible. And I'm like, it's not that bad. And they're like, it's the floor's collapsing over here, bud. Like the water was a little iffy. The floors were collapsing. The stairs felt like they were going to fall apart. It was terrible. It was a horrible, horrible place.
I had a girlfriend that lived in a house where what they'd done is they'd split one house in two and they just made the mirror images like of one another. And we were on the right side. But when you walk down the hallway, the hardwood was so wavy that you had like it felt like you were drunk when you walked down the hallway. It wasn't like long waves either. It was like the waves were perpendicular to your direction.
Yeah, the wood was cupped, right? Am I hearing it right?
It was doing like waves.
But was it across several boards, or was every board a little cupped?
Every board, the whole hallway.
Yeah, so that means that they didn't acclimatize the wood before they installed it. They just sanded it flat and then it acclimatized to a cup.
It was awesome. It added so much character to the place.
It was awesome.
I loved it. Like I didn't have, but I remember her rent was like, because I covered her rent for a time. Okay, she was like all teary eyed, and she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This new job doesn't pay as much as they said. They lied to me, and now I'm here. And I was mean when I left the last job because they were cunts. They were cunts. I'm not going back. I'm not. And I'm just like, what's your rent, baby? And $465 a month. And I'm like, I got you. Like, you cannot have a meltdown over $400.
Can I do one more question? I know we're almost out of time.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So in case this helps you guys, I'm an 18-year-old male virgin, of course. I actually struggle with this question myself. First backstory. So she started working at my current work 8 months ago. We became friends. We talked, we texted every day. She's funny, intelligent. We have similar interests. I'm paraphrasing. It's obvious we like each other based on talking so much, getting food, etc. The other day after work, we went to watch a movie and we fucked around at the mall until we got kicked out. I interpret fucked around at the mall to be non-sexual.
Yeah.
And I honestly am kicking myself for not making a move. I'm unsure about how to do it. Do I just try to kiss her? Do I go with a joke like, this is the part where we kiss, ? I don't know how to make the first move. This will be my first relationship, and I'm not sure how to get it going. I'm also scared of making things awkward at work. It boils down to, how do you make a move? 18-year-old.
Oh, at 18, my go-to move was just to watch a movie together on a couch in a quiet, dark setting, and eventually, if she wants you to kiss her, she'll start looking at you. You can't fuck that up, and you can't get me too. If she starts like staring deeply into your eyes, like yes, she wants you to kiss her. If there's never a moment where like it'll either happen or it won't happen. You don't have to. I think that's the mission, right? Don't go on a seek and destroy mission to kiss this girl. Like put yourself in a setting where kissing would naturally happen, and then just kissing will naturally happen. So like couch, like no lights movie, not a Michael Bay movie. Maybe she picks the film.
Yeah,
and
let her pick the film.
Yeah, TV shows are good too because you get so many intermissions. Intermissions are important. If there's a fucking plot, if we're watching Interstellar, might be hard to find a pause to make out. But if we're watching episodes of The Office, if that's what she's into or whatever the fuck, like every 15 minutes we get like a whole break, right?
Here's my move. It might suck. I'm asking for your feedback on it. Go to a movie theater where the armrest goes up in the middle, right? A lot of movie theaters now, they're like reclining seats, and it's not like the old days where it was like stadium seating almost, where they're weird plastic. Put your arm around her and see how that goes. It can turn into a snuggle. Now, I worry I'm a little bit on the don't make it your mission to kiss her thing, like Kyle said not to do. But it just seems like there's cuddly movie theaters, bro. She might lean into you. And
I don't want to make out in a movie theater, though. I've never kissed in a movie theater in my life.
Yeah, it seems like a waste of money.
You're missing out.
Yeah, but there's people here.
You can do it at home for free when you're not paying for a movie.
I'm not going to kiss in front of people.
I don't know. So maybe I'm crazy. Like, you got a girl into your house at this point? Like,
I went to her house.
He's 18.
Yeah, you go to her house.
Yeah, I would go to her house or she would come to my house. Like the movie thing is the simplest. There's a reason that like the Netflix and chill thing is a meme.
I drove to her house. This is when I was like, I'm thinking of like 15 and 16-year-old kissing girls, and it was like drive to her house, and we watched. I'm almost positive we watched Lord of the Rings.
If
I'm almost
That
positive.
can't be.
Lord
I
of the
think I
Rings.
was in my 30s when that came out.
if she's coming over to your house,
Yeah.
and you guys are already watching movies in the dark together, like she's giving you signs that she's interested in more than just like looking at stuff at Hot Topic with you at the mall. Like,
Hey, what's the worst case?
you can read her body language and see if you're sitting down. Yeah, if you're sitting down and you're watching the movie with her and she's leaning away from you and her arms are folded, she's not into you and it's not going to pan out. But if she's getting like receptive tones,
or she's doing the fake shivers.
Language,
don't mistake the fake shivers though. That's the opposite move. They'll do the that's like she might as well.
Your arm was around me.
That's like the female mating call. You know, when you go to the store and you get like the dough in heat call, and he goes, and you play like the buck and rut, and he's like, like this is what it is for a girl. she's saying, I'm cold, I want snuggles. Like,
and what you do when she does that is you go get her the biggest
pussy, grab me.
Yeah.
He's saying, what are you doing, pussy? Grab me. And the worst thing you can do is be like, want me to turn up the heat?
Do you want me to get you a coat?
Also, always keep your house very cold.
Am I fumbling the bag by not making a move by now? I will say, I think there's a window on this, and that if you take too long, she'll move on.
Yeah.
And it does, he's not really saying like what the level of their friendship is. Like they're hanging out one-on-one, fucking around at the mall for hours and hours. Like that shows some
huge green light.
That shows some interest, right? Like it's not like was this their first time hanging out alone, or have they been doing this for a while? Because it's
the only risk is that she's using him to boost her own ego. Like that is a thing that can happen. Like, I like this guy. He clearly likes me, which makes me feel good about me, but I don't want him as a boyfriend.
For future questions, we love these, by the way. Sign up for our Patreon down below, and you can ask us these wonderful questions. Join our Discord and generally goof around with us. But we need to get better guidelines, because if you had said, I wish you had said something like, we are peers appearance-wise. I would say I'm about a 6 and she is too. Hey, she's pretty, but she's not beautiful. I'm handsome, but I'm no Brad Pitt. I think we're peers. We're both physically fit. We do this. Like if I could, like, I don't know, or include pictures. I really want a lot of pictures from you people. If there's something weird, I need.
I don't know if the tech supports that. I wonder.
We can get it handled. You message someone and we'll get the pictures to Woody. Don't worry.
Just tweet at Taylor or something. Taylor reads Twitter.
Yeah.
But seriously, I hope that that guy's lawyer girlfriend finds a cooler dude, and I hope you kiss your young lady friend.
Yeah, best of luck, guy.
I like the relationship questions more than some of the others.
I like relationship questions too.
Yeah,
especially when it's like this, because like, all jokes aside, guy who didn't want to pay, whose parents told him not to pay rent, like sounds like you right actually need. God, I hope. When did you ask this question? I hope you didn't go astray.
Yeah, right.
We waited till the end of the month to do them. Oh no. Let's hope you didn't.
Follow up. I told that cunt to get the hell out of my.
Turns out her father owns the building I lived in. It was all a ploy to see if I was a good enough prospect as a husband. They're billionaires. Man, did I blow it.